Good morning, everybody. How's it going? So, we got old Blue in the shop today. Show you guys what we are doing here. Video from this weekend. My tailpipe rotted right off the back of this. Alright, so we got a shiny new thrush muffler. I got one of these basically they're called Walker Quick Fit tailpipes. This is the part number. Works on all Chevy trucks. Nice mandrel bent 3-inch. And then I got a chunk of 3-inch. Now, what's going to be interesting about this is when I had built this whole system, I had access to a pipe bender, which I don't. But we're going to make it work somehow. I may have to put this in a vise, heat it up, and then just give it a little bit. But we'll worry about that when we get to that problem. So here we go. Again, it's my truck. Doesn't have to be the prettiest, so let's see what we can do. Alright, so I got the muffler and tailpipe roughly in place. Right. You can see they're nicely. Obviously this is not going to be pointed up to the moon. It's going to be sitting a little bit more like that. So, but now is the interesting part of lining up that hole with that. You can kind of see this is my angle, so we got to go. So what I'm going to try to do first, cut to length, and even if I leave one end a little bit sloppier, I'm hoping I can just kind of like sloppily put on there and weld up whatever big old dirty gap I got. That would be the best. If not, what I've done before without a bender is I've cut just a little triangle out of here, bend this up just a bit, weld that in. Gotta do what I gotta do without a bender. So yeah, I did have to do the old cut and bend and just weld her up. Then here I had to heat it up and pound it down a little bit. Again, not super proud of this, but when you don't have a bender and you're cheap, you gotta do what you gotta do to make it work. Alright. Time to expand the tailpipe a bit, so we got this new kit from Vever. Alright, so just grab the appropriate size. We're going to go in there, I'm just going to expand that just a little bit. I think we need to go too much. Let's maybe go a little bit more. So there you go. I think got just enough, so back it off and go try it out. So for me, that's going to work perfect. Right, there's that little bend, there's the flat spot for that. So let's get that muffler up a little bit higher, get it kind of close-ish but not too close, and then we'll weld that in. Well, you curious what the finished product is? Not the prettiest exhaust job I've done, but do what it can do, right? There we go. So that's all welded in. There's my bend. And then I built a J-hook for that. I did clamp my muffler in. The reason for that is if I want to change out my muffler, it's just easier that way. I usually put a nice tack weld. Yes, I left a sticker on. Right, so nice clearance there. And then built a hanger up here as well. And then you can see the muffler's nice and flat, tucked up nice and high. Tailpipe has just a slight downwards angle, so if there's any water that builds up in here, it just drains out. But that will do pretty good. Said farthest from the nicest exhaust job I've ever done, but turned out way better than I could ever imagine with the tools and stuff that I had to work with. So old Blue lives another day. She ain't a show truck, she's hopefully another year truck. So all in here, so you can see there's a hanger, there's my little my little dent for my cross member. So it all ended up working out.